Hey everybody out there. Thanks for tuning into the channel. Excuse me. Big shout out to Silver Age Dave for subbing me up and giving everybody the heads up, and just a shout out to you and everyone else who subbed to me. Comic Vantage, Comic Fu, I think Alex the Comic Hoarder. Just so many of you appreciate the subs. You guys are awesome, and enjoy all your content. So this video, I want to talk about a few things, show you a few cool comics, and yeah. So first comic is Beta Ray Bill God Hunter. Pretty cool. 3 of 3. Wish I had the other 2 parts, so I haven't read this one, but yeah, cool comic. Page through it. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, #1 photo cover. Oh yeah, and I wanted to let you guys know a little bit about myself. 41 years old. Been buying, selling, collecting, reading, enjoying comics since, I don't know, about 8 or 9 years old in the 80s, mid to late 80s. Started reading Marvel. My first comic was like X-Men 217, something like that. Orange cover with Rogue, Dazzler, and Psylocke, I think, where they fight Juggernaut. Lost my original copy, but got another one along the way. Here's another Buffy, J. Scott Campbell variant, I think. And yeah, I always loved comics. When I was a kid, I was having trouble reading. One of my cousins, who's now a school teacher, helped me. I learned the ABCs and the numbers when I was young, but was having trouble putting the words together. X-Men 221, classic book there. A little roughed up, but I've had it since I was a kid. And I think all of these are on my eBay, I'm pretty sure, if you guys want to check that out. I'll show you the name at the end of the video if you guys want to stick around. Marvel Tales 223 McFarlane cover. So anyway, going back to the story, my cousin, she helped me out, taught me how to read, sitting with me like every day after school at their house, and eventually learned, obviously. And her brother, my other cousin, who also grew up to be a school teacher, got me into comics. He always had all these cool comics. I remember he had the Marvel Masterworks hardcover X-Men and a few other ones, and yeah, so I got the comic bug from him. That was a Gambit and the External #1, #2 here. And ever since then, I've just always enjoyed comics on and off throughout the years. Gambit and the Externals #3. Some years I didn't buy any comics for a few years in a row. Gambit and the Externals #4, and some years I bought hundreds of comics. But if I still had, like everyone else is, if I still had the collection I had when I was a kid, well, I think that's most of our stories. I'm sure there's a select few that have held on to all their comics. So anyway, my cousin got me into it, and I've always been into it. And yeah, I always enjoyed comics ever since I was very young. Wolverine #3. Got some wear and tear on it. Limited series. Hulk 362 newsstand. So yeah, just been, living my life throughout the years, working here and there. Always had it not too particular easy. It's always been a struggle most of my life, but I'm sure a lot of you can relate. Marvel Comics Presents #7 Wolverine cover, and yeah, I see a lot of YouTubers out there, and like it's awesome to see your guys' collections and how you guys move and shake and end up getting like all these great books. I wish I could do that. I'm not really in the position right now. I'm currently unemployed, unfortunately, and I've been doing eBay to just try to stay afloat, so to speak. Marvel Comics Presents #5 weird Wolverine cover where he's getting whipped. or something. Yeah, pretty sure he's getting whipped there. So yeah, currently unemployed. Been doing eBay here and there, selling a few things, and unemployed for missing. I got fired or let go for job abandonment. They said, or whatever. I was sick and couldn't make it to work, so yeah, I got really bad. I wasn't taking care of myself at all. Just classic fast food, drinking a ton of sugary drinks, and ended up developing diabetes. Unfortunately, oh, that was another McFarlane cover, Marvel Tales 227. Ended up getting the diabetes, unfortunately, and my blood sugar was super high, uh, over 500, like at the peak, I think. And I was like in and out of the emergency room earlier this year, like January. Lost my job late December, ended up getting super bad coming down with the diabetes and in and out of the hospital emergency room, and ended up getting put on meds, and have got it thankfully all regulated now. My blood sugar is normal, completely normal for the most part, thanks to basically modified life. Improve my eating habits. I mean, I'm still obviously I can't. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. Wolverine, Newsstand, 146, Apocalypse. But yeah, thanks to comics. It started over a year and a half ago. My wife, I told her I had a bunch of comics that I wish I could bag and board because a lot of them weren't. So for Christmas, she got me a couple hundred bags and boards and a long box or two. And I didn't really mess with them until like a whole year later, until when I was sick at home. I was really sick and couldn't really do much. So just to do anything, I decided just to get those comic bags that she had gotten me for Christmas and go through my comics. And I'd always watched other videos, like I said, Comic Vantage, Uncanny X-Men 350. I watched him for a long time. Uh, the Funko Pop guy, I can't remember his Funko Pop Play, I think is his channel. I would watch his hauls for like a couple years back already. And I always watched like since very early in YouTube, whenever, even back in the day, I would look up comics and see if there was any videos made. X-Men Annual number 12. So I've always been into YouTube, always been into comics. And so yeah, I got super sick, and just to try to snap out of it, I started messing with my comics, bagging them, getting into them, and yeah, just got back into them. Started buying a few lots here and there. Went out. Like we only have one car at the moment between my wife and I, and she's currently employed, thank God. And X Men 196. So I would get out once I was feeling better enough to get out and about. I would take the bus downtown or whatever, hit a few comic shops. X Men 198. And that got me going, you know what I mean? It was really beneficial to my health to get out and about. X Men 189. And yeah, it was. I credit comics a lot with helping me get back on track with my health, at least. Like I said, still currently unemployed, but I'm working on it. I'm putting a bunch of applications online to different spots. So been trying to get employed for a while now, and been on a few interviews, but nothing yet. So like I said, I've been doing eBay, whatever I can sell here and there. Oh, that was Warlock number one and the Infinity Watch. Been doing eBay, and like I said, thanks to comics helping get me out of my funk. Time Bandits number one movie special got me out of my slump, got me out of my rut. Really improved my health. I've been losing a lot of weight, like trying to be healthy about it, getting exercise, eating better. So yeah, like even early on when I first started getting out, I was like, wow, I'm actually out doing stuff. Like when I was working, I would get a lot of I'd be moving constantly. Nick Fury Shield, but I wasn't number 12. I wasn't taking care of myself. I was eating fast food all the time, drinking a ton of soda and bad drinks and stuff. So like I said, I got sick, and with the help of comics, getting out and about, Quasar number 40. Uh, yeah, it's helped my improve my quality of life. Definitely, just getting out there, just digging through crates and stuff, being on my feet, walking around. It's definitely helped a lot. And like I've been saying, I credit the hobby, Quasar 26 Infinity Gauntlet crossover. I credit the hobby for helping me get out of my rut. And yeah, so people, all your life, all my life, have told me comics are no good. Comics, you just sit around and they rot your brain, blah, blah, blah. Return of the Jedi number 2. But yeah, I believe comics are really helping me out lately, especially even financially. I'm unfortunately been selling off a lot of my personal collection, but whatever. If you let them go, they'll come back to you eventually. I think Submariner 59. It's got some damage, but hopefully somebody might want it. Mighty Thor number 4. So yeah, that's pretty much where I stand at the moment. Just enjoying comics and just trying to get through life. Mighty Thor number 4, another Namor cover. Mighty Thor 382. Mighty Thor 373. Thor 326. I got that one on Melrose, I think, Golden Apple, or one of those comics shops in the Los Angeles area. Apparently signed by the creators. Oh, sorry about that. Didn't silence my phone, so I apologize. Marvel Age 130, Alex Ross cover. Hold on a second, guys. Sorry. Yeah. I got the X-Men 244, First Jubilee, Comic Talk number 1, supposedly First Max. What I've gathered. X-Men 267, Second Gambit, I think. Newsstand Wildcats number 3, Newsstand Wildcats number 1. I think that's a Newsstand X-Men Collection Jim Lee number 3. Uncanny X-Men 361. We got another stack to go through. I'll try to get through it as quickly as possible. I know this is a long video. Sorry about that, guys and gals. Batman Beyond 21. Justice League Adventures number 13. Youngblood number 1. Youngblood number 2. Spawn 15 newsstand. Spawn 14 newsstand. X-Men 377 newsstand. Spawn 58 newsstand. Youngblood number 1 second print. Youngblood number 2. Fathom Killian's Tide number 1 foil. Dynamic Forces limited edition certificate of authenticity. X-Men 375 newsstand. Wildstar Gold Edition. Spawn Architects of Fear. Oh, got another copy of 130. Awesome. 241 X-Men Inferno X-Men. Spawn The Dark Ages number 1. Cyberforce number 2. Image Zero number 0. Spawn The Dark Ages number 4. Spawn The Dark Ages number 3. Cyberforce number 4 newsstand. Oh yeah, these are all newsstand. The Spawn The Dark Ages. Newsstand Spawn The Dark Ages number 2. Spawn 124. Spawn 80 newsstand. Spawn 78 newsstand. 79 Spawn newsstand. 104 Spawn Newsstand, 90 Spawn Newsstand, 83 Spawn Newsstand, 88 Spawn Newsstand, 84 Spawn Newsstand, 81 Spawn Newsstand, and 62 Newsstand Spawn. So yeah, guys, appreciate you guys checking out the channel, all the subs. Sorry about that, guys. All the subs and support I've been getting, really appreciate it. Yeah, and just the main topic of the video I want to get to is that people will always have, or or always will, but it's getting better. The stigma of comics of being a lazy nerd or whatever, not doing anything. But on the contrary, like I said, it's been really helping me out a lot, getting out there, walking around, doing stuff, being active, even digging through crates. Most of you guys know that's in a lot of these shops, like they don't want to spring for the AC bill, so you kind of be you're kind of sweating up a storm sometimes. I am, at least, digging through the crates, through the boxes. So yeah, uh, comics are cool. Everyone should read them, I think. Well, not everyone, I guess. Some people out there. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But I've always loved comics. I know a lot of you out there do too. So yeah, love the hobby. Hopefully, I'll always do it. Always have it as part of my life. I've always enjoyed it. Hopefully, I always will. And like I said, if you guys want to check out my eBay, shameless plug, I know, I apologize, but search on eBay for ALBPIN29, and these are all, most of them are reasonably priced. I've got offers on a lot of them, offers open on a lot of them. Shoot me a decent offer, some of them could be yours. And again, shout out to all the comic community. Appreciate all your videos, all your hard work, the entertainment. I love it. I always look forward to all your guys' videos, and apologize for the long video, but yeah, until next time, appreciate you guys checking me out, subbing, and all that good stuff. So thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.